Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm live really quick. Um, okay, I think I'm live. Um, what was this? Okay, so um, so today I'm just gonna be talking about just something I've been thinking about over the past few days. I'm not really gonna wait for anybody to come in here because I don't know if people are gonna come in here. But what I was thinking about is just like how much there is to learn, you know what I mean, in the world, in the universe. And I was wondering, does anybody else kind of like want to know more, but do they get overwhelmed by like everything there is to learn, everything there is to know, if that makes sense? Because a lot of times, like, I'll jump from thing to thing because I really don't know where to start. You know what I mean? So, like for instance, if you want to learn how, you know, I don't know, like if you want to learn about like the life cycle of a star or something, or if you want to learn about like a certain philosophy or you know, something about genetics and how you inherit things from your different parents and ancestors and stuff like that. A lot of times I read a lot. Read about it, but I guess just to get a high level understanding. But there's a lot that I want to know about, but I think I just need to kind of like make a plan as to how I'm gonna go about it. So, um, I don't know. That's what I kind of decided to do. This is a weird live, I know. But if you have any thoughts, just let me know. Okay, I thought I was gonna have more to say than this, but I guess I don't really have that much to say. But right now, I'm just kind of like organizing, um, like the different academic disciplines and just trying to decide where I want to start. And not to really go too, I'm not planning on going too deep into any one thing, but just, you know, there are things out there that um, I want to learn about, but um, yeah, I just don't know how to approach it or where to start, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, but I'm thinking about maybe just doing a series to kind of track my journey and where it leads me. You know, do I think people like in this sector will be interested in that? No, not really. But I guess it's maybe it's more for myself. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't do it. Because it feels, just even talking about it right now, it feels really awkward. So maybe I won't do it. You know? I don't know. Um, I don't know. But yeah, is anybody in the chat? Is anybody gonna say hi? You in the chat? Drop me a wave. But anyway, what kind of inspired this thought was seeing how some people will really take the time to learn about things that are not even real. You know what I mean? And they'll take things seriously that are not even real. And what I mean by that is, people that will um, learn the tenets and precepts of a religion, like inside and out. You know what I mean? Um, it's kind of weird to me. Hey, the boxing scholar. Thank you for dropping down and saying hi. Because it just feels weird just talking to a computer and nobody's there. But yeah, but anyway, like, you know how when people just they get really into like people giving psychic readings or tarot readings or stuff like that, or people that get really into astrology. Not to judge anybody else, but I always when I hear people talking about that, the first thing I always think is there's so much out there to learn, right? You only have a limited amount of time on this earth, but people would put so much effort and energy into becoming an expert at something that's not even real, you know? Um, and I'm thinking like you could have like spent that energy learning about something that actually does influence the world around you. Um, I don't know. Yeah, the boxing scholar. And then the crazy thing is when you try to talk to them about something that's actually real, like either like scientific or political or anything like that, they're clueless. They don't know what's going on. So I don't know. It says I have 8 people in here, y'all. Y'all stop by and say hi. Yeah, so I was part of this group briefly, very briefly, because they had a lot of egos in that group. But I was part of this group that was all about, I'm not going to be too specific, but it was all about scientific literacy and dispelling things that aren't real. And they just promoted uh, scientific literacy. Okay, I didn't realize. I don't remember talking to you about Boxing Scholar. You're gonna have to refresh my memory. But if we did talk about religion, I'm pretty sure it was on Taylor's panel. Are you religious? Yeah, but anyway, the reason why I left that group, maybe I just don't get along with people, but I left the group because it was just too much ego. And I think a lot of times like men don't like to be corrected by women, or they don't like when a woman debates better than they are. I mean than they do, or when like a woman teaches them something that they didn't know before. And then also it's the age thing. If people are older, they feel like um they can feel threatened by somebody younger than them that's debating them or going against anything that they say or that they feel might have more knowledge than they expected, even if they just perceive you to be younger, because people be thinking that I'm younger than I am. So, hey, investing out the blue. So, I hear you. I hear you, the Boston style. I feel the same way. I feel the same way because I feel that, and I mean, should I start talking about religion right now? I don't know. But the way I feel is, or let's just say the conclusion that I've come to is that God has not revealed itself to us. It hasn't. And if it wanted to, then it would have already. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that we would have to, because if God is all powerful, if God wanted us to like know about it, then it would make itself known. So yeah, I dropped the link. That's why I came on. I came through StreamYards, but I wasn't sure if anybody was gonna come up. So I was like, well, I don't know, but I'll just go through StreamYards either way. So let me see. Let me see. I dropped the link. I need to get used to this, y'all. Um, how do I do this? How do I do this? Oh, okay. I didn't realize my. Okay, I guess my camera was on. Okay, let me see how I drop the link. Um, I'm slow, y'all, so I have to do stuff a bunch of times before I figure it out. uh, hey, Candy Cane. I noticed nobody been going live lately. I'm like, what's up with that? So I was like, okay, work is real slow for me. So I'm just sitting here. I was like, okay, I might as well go live. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to drop the link. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, hey, Hassan. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for saying hi. Yo, where's the link at, y'all? Where's the link? Okay. Okay, I found it. I found it. It's what? Okay. All right, let me drop it. I'm good, Hassan. Okay, so I dropped the link. But yeah, I was saying that I don't think anything's wrong with using your five senses and using your intelligence to try to discover where you came from or the world around you. But as far as like in the sense, if you think it's something supernatural, let's just say something supernatural. I don't think that we're gonna get there, or I don't think we're gonna figure it out just by researching or anything that we can do. You know what I mean, on Earth, because um, I don't know, because I just feel like if do people think God is just sitting around waiting to be discovered? You know what I mean? Like, how could we, if he did, if let's just say, I'm saying he, y'all ignore me saying he, that's just, social convention, I guess. But if God wanted us to know about it, right, then God would tell us. So if clearly, if God didn't tell us about it, then that means it doesn't want us to know. It doesn't feel that we need to know at this time. So I feel like um, trying to figure that out or have an opinion about that, I'm not sure if that's fruitful. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a fruitful endeavor. Now, whether you're trying to, I guess, reason to yourself whether God exists or not, that makes sense. I'm agnostic, yo. So, um, agnostics, they basically, to my understanding, hopefully I'm using the word correctly, but it basically means that you accept that you don't know, like, you know, whether there's a creator or not, and we can't know. It's just saying that we can't know whether there's a creator or not. But anyway, that's not even what this video about is about. So, um, I thought you was gonna hit the link box, and Skylar. Okay. Hey, Hassan. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Hassan. Good to see you. Never seen you before. I didn't even know you hit links, but good to see you. Thank you for coming up. Uh huh. Yeah, yeah. I'm good. What are your thoughts on either one? Whether you want to speak on just like the pursuit of knowledge, or if you want to speak on religion, either way. Hey, the boxing scholar. Thank you for coming up. Right. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Right. Wait. Hold on, Hassan. I think they can't hear you. I'm trying to see how to. Oh, I thought I did because it's. Let me see. Let me look at my. Okay, let me look. Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. I do not know what I'm doing, y'all. I do not know what I'm doing. Oh, dang. Edit name, edit mic settings. Kick from studio. Okay, here's Candy. Hey, Hey, Candy. Yeah. Um. Uh-huh. Okay. But I think they're on a stage though. Let me see. Yes. Yeah. Damn. That sucks. Yeah, because last time, let me see. Manage layout, screw layout, I guess. Um, guess must authenticate. Have you seen this? Have y'all seen that before? Have y'all seen that happen? And I think I'm using OBS. Let me see. Um. Oh, wait. Okay, is this better? Can y'all hear now? Can y'all try it now?
Can you
I
hear me
got you
now?
on the TV, so once you pick in, I'll see it.
Okay. Can
But Kitty, real quick, even your picture's not on the live. I'm looking right here.
Yeah,
See, it's all blue.
that's wild. Let me
But
see.
the screen was black too. I think it's just StreamYard because the stream should have at least showed your picture, but it was showing all black. I think it's just
Yeah.
StreamYard.
Yeah, something's
Um.
wrong with stream.
Damn. Okay. I don't know, y'all. And
You
that's the
want
You could
thing. Like,
always hit the record button and then just drop the video later.
um. Wait. Let me see something. Let me see if this work. Let me see if this work, y'all. Okay. Oh, I think it should be working now. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all see
I
Oh,
how
it
it?
hear the
wasn't live.
audio. I can hear us
Okay.
all. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh,
It
so it didn't
said the
go
stream wasn't
live.
live.
That's what it was. I'm sorry, y'all. I honestly like. It's weird. Cause it's like you have to press go live in so many damn places. It's like, come on,
But you know
man.
why that didn't
Yeah.
make no
Okay,
sense,
now I
Choco?
can see us.
Because
We're there.
Mhm.
it was showing you on YouTube and you wasn't live. What?
I don't know. It's saying I don't even know how this shit work, y'all. This is my literally like my third time using StreamYard, and I'm really new to using OBS and YouTube, new to streaming on YouTube as well. So I think I'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. I think I know.
You
You probably
gotta keep practicing, keep
Mm.
trying, and testing stuff out. And we'll help you out as we can. But I'm gonna
Thank
go ahead
you.
and drop back down.
Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out why. Let
I
me
think I
see.
know what happened. I think you went from OBS to YouTube, but you didn't
Uh-huh.
stream StreamYard. So when you dropped the StreamYard link, you were still talking through OBS and they couldn't hear us because we was all on StreamYard. You hadn't hit live from StreamYard yet. That's probably what
Okay.
happened.
Okay, well, I'm glad y'all here. Well, I guess if y'all wasn't here, it wouldn't matter, but at least I know for next time. Because I saw it and it said go live in the corner, but I'm like, okay, I didn't want to press it because I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna mess something up because I'm already live. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hey investing. Hey investing, how you doing?
Yo,
I
what's
do
going
remember
on?
having a long conversation with you on Taylor's panel before, and I forgot what it was about, but I think it either had something to do with religion or science. So I don't remember. That was a while
A
ago, maybe like
combination of them
going
both.
on a year ago or something like that. So
Okay.
do you have any thoughts? Like, what's your thoughts? I mean, religion is such a, I mean, I don't want to say it's tired, but I'm over it. I'm over it as a topic,
Right.
which is why I was, which is why I was making this video about like the pursuit of knowledge. And when I say the pursuit of knowledge, I'm talking about using your five senses and using your God given intelligence. Let's just say God given intelligence. That's another thing. I feel like this is another thing. And I'm not going to talk about religion for too long, but I just feel like with these religions and these books, I feel like we're caging ourselves. We put in a cage over our mind. You know what I mean? Because we're now presupposing that something that we're being shown is the truth, and it's not based on research. It's not based on like empirical knowledge. It's dogma. And the reason why I feel like that's actually incompatible with us learning the truth of our existence or the world around us, because we were given the ability, the mental faculties, and two hands with fingers to be able to do so much more. Like, there's no reason why we should limit our knowledge to what we see, you know what I mean, in a book, because that's like you are really not using the faculties that God actually gave you. You see what I mean? But yeah, that's my opinion on that. I don't know if anybody want to speak on that. I'm not really trying to, it's not about me trying to get into a religious debate, but I guess what the point I'm trying to make is that I'm speaking on us actually like going out and um acquiring knowledge about the world around us. You know, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think sometimes like I think you stated it earlier, a lot of times we get caught up in dogma. But I think in most religions and spiritualities, they pretty much carry some of the same principles. The principles usually are going to be that you are more than your body, or more than just your flesh, and typically that you know, um, typically that you kind of have some connection. You know what I mean? Like the reason for your animation is that connection to I would say like whatever created this or the, but I think um I think the dogma part though is still important too because a lot of times anytime you gather a mass number of people, you got to be able to control them. You know what I'm saying? And kind of keep everybody in a way um under one umbrella. So usually that's where your dogma kind of comes into play at. It's kind of keeps control of like the masses in a way when you gather in a large group. Y'all decide y'all gonna be a city or a government or whatever it is.
I have a question for you, investing. So, you said that, and I don't know if you're religious or not, if you want to speak on that or not, but you said that pretty much all religions state that we are more than our physical bodies, right? So, here's my question: have you looked into like the potential scientific explanations for our consciousness? And do you think that there's anything that you could learn that would convince you that our consciousness is not the result of having a soul?
Um, I think yeah from what I've looked at and the way that thoughts are formulated um in general. I think it's probably I lean more towards us being more than just our bodies. And so even when you think about like how your brain works, right? Like your brain is like literally it deciphers all of the information that you get from your five senses. So
Mm-hmm.
your five like we assume that we actually see through our eyes, but really your eyes only bring in information, and then
Mm-hmm.
your brain your brain is what's creating the picture. You know what I mean? Like even when you getting in sound, it's only pressure that's hitting your eardrums. Your brain is creating the music. You know what I mean? In a way that it believes that believes that that's the signal or the code uh that's basically being deciphered.
Mm-hmm.
So
Any, oh, I'm sorry.
uh
I'm sorry.
well
Continue.
I'll just land right here like on the last level of where I would say even outside of us being able to function outside of the brain. Um, my last point, I would say that you use a brain similar to the way that we use I would say like the way that like your phone was synced to your Wi-Fi when you walk into the house. You know what I mean? Like to me, that's the way that we're like synced to a brain. So we use it, but I don't think we are it.
Okay. Anybody else have thoughts on that? If y'all remember the
So,
question.
so Charco, I look at it like this, right? And I go back and forth with this question. I feel like human beings, because we know that we're gonna die, like we obsess over death and we want to know what happens after you die, and that's how we get to these type of like conversations and dialogue. But to
Mm-hmm.
me, I just worry about treating people good while I'm alive because I know that we exist and we know people suffer. So I try to stick
Mm-hmm.
with the stuff that I know is factual. But with in regards to religion, I feel like the human brain is programmed to believe in something versus
Mm-hmm.
nothing. And because when you look at the people who are atheists or whatever the case may be, they find something else to fill that void, whether it be politics or sometimes they even make the atheism a form of religion, where they're like
Mhm.
just super duper obsessed with it. And it's like, bro, do you not
Right.
realize you're doing the same thing on the opposite spectrum? So
Right.
and then it's like religion, especially for Black people, has like its special place because you look at what we like went through and experienced, and it's like the only thing that those people had was the religion that was forced upon them.
Right.
And then you look at the people now, generations later, who like say, well, I'm gonna rebel against it. They always go back to religion. They be like, well, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. But then they praying
Right.
to ancient ancestors they know nothing about. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like,
You know
well,
what
wait
that
a minute.
is?
Well,
Wait. The spiritual thing, I think that's basically like a la carte religion. You know what I mean? They get to make their own rules as to like what they, you know what I mean? They don't have to follow anything specific. They can just say, okay, I can do what I feel. So it's kind of like they're having their cake and eating it too. You know, that's why I don't know. That's how I
I think
feel.
it's a touch of that, a touch of that, Choco. But I think it's also people don't like stuff forced upon them. They want to believe. They want the illusion of choice.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're doing is they're choosing religion, but just their way. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I take it to a cartoon. Cartoon be having deeper meaning. You remember when Squidward did like SpongeBob, and then he finally moved into a neighborhood, and then he became, what SpongeBob was by default. It's kind of like that. It's like, well, look, the religion was forced upon me. The
Right.
name, we still got the same last name. I want my choice. Well, then, okay, well, then go choose. Well, I choose spirituality and I choose religion anyway. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Why not just stick to the stuff that you was taught that got you out of slavery? People want the illusion of choice. That's what I think that is. I think it's a touch of what you said, but ultimately, people want to decide. Even if they come to the same conclusion as you, they want to feel like they had a hand in coming to the same conclusion as you.
Mm-hmm. So Hassan, do you remember the question? What I'm wondering what your thoughts on that are on that. Like, as far as the science of our consciousness, and is there anything that could convince you that our consciousness is a result of our physical bodies only?
No, I mean I do agree what Boxing was saying. People. There's 8 billion humans in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Different religion, atheists, whatever spirituality. You can't convince everybody. Once somebody's mind is made up on something, it's made up. Now, can some be changed? Yes, due time. Some people want evidence. Some people want proof. Some people you got to show them some things to show them you're right. Can some people be bought off? Yeah, like hey, here's some money, just agree what I'm saying. There's also that too. But when it comes down to it, you believe what you want to believe,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't control what you believe. I can give you my my belief, and you can sit there and think about okay, let's see what he do. I agree with him? Do I disagree with him? But
Mm-hmm.
in the end of the day, in my religion at least, we like I was saying earlier, we can't force nothing on you. If that's what you believe, I gotta respect that. But you also gotta respect my belief. Even
Mm-hmm.
though you can disagree with it, you can not believe in it. That's your business. Same
Mm-hmm.
thing goes for me. But there's got to be a neutral respect. Number
Mm-hmm.
one. Number two, and also in my religion, when the Lord tells us He created nations and tribes, meaning to understand one another, not fight each other. But humans, everybody got that little devil in them. They want to be right. They want to force stuff on you. They be hating race, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also that too, all different ways. So if you want to believe in science, and like Boxing was saying, even atheists, even though they say they're atheists, but they believe in something.
Mm-hmm.
So it is
So
what it is.
So what's your definition of science? So when you said some people believe in science, what do you mean by that? Like what's your
Well, for me, like the ones that believe in the big boom and stuff like that, and like not like God created the earth and the heavens and stuff.
hmm okay. So what are your thoughts like on on science and the scientific method and process and like empirical evidence and stuff like that. What are your
No,
thoughts on
I mean, science is cool,
that? Uh-huh.
but to me, you don't. But don't take it as far as try to be God. That's when you cross the line. And
Hmm.
some scientists try to do that.
Hmm.
You know, do your science. There's nothing wrong with learning science or being a scientist,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a level like don't play God, but
Mm-hmm.
some do. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when it becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand. Um, and I think you kind of let me see. I see somebody in my subject. Oh, so the, I was speaking earlier about how I think that religion is kind of a barrier, and when I say barrier, it's because you see how you said a line that we don't cross. You know what I mean? So it's like it makes me think of the you know how they can put those then this is just an analogy, so I don't want you to take anything in offense to anything I'm saying, but you know how they have those shock collars for dogs. They don't have like a actual chain on them, but basically like if once they hit the perimeter of the fence or perimeter of the yard, I mean to say that they will get kind of get shocked. It's not that
Yeah.
there's nothing out there. It's not that there's a physical wall holding them. It's just that they can't actually venture beyond it. You see what I mean? So um it's
And after a while, they don't need the shot.
yeah. And the thing is, oh wait, y'all. I gotta go. Wait, I gotta go. I'm getting a work call. I'm sorry, y'all. Bye bye. Go. I'm getting a work call. I'm sorry, y'all. Bye bye.